So once again, a very good morning. Hope you all are fine. I'm Dr. Neha Dubey, faculty of Department of Management in SIRT College, Bhopal. Today, I am again coming with the third part of a topic that is the business economics. It is especially for the BBA student, the part of economic study methods. So we will start with today's lecture, that is the inductive study. Previously, in previous lecture, we have studied the economic study. What is economic study? So economic study is the way where we are identifying the various laws and principles which will be coming from the two methods, that is the inductive and the deductive methods. Now, what is the deductive method? Deductive method is the wide spectrum where we are moving toward the generalized to the specific conclusion by observing and by developing the hypothesis and proving it or the verifying it. Today we will discuss the inductive method. So induction is the process of a reasoning from the part to the whole, or from particular to the generals, from the individual to the universal. So this is the things which we will study here. Just a minute. Okay. So the Bacon described it as an ascending process. In the deductive method, hopefully you will remind it that it is a descending process. So in an inductive, it is a ascending process in which facts are collected, arranged, and then general conclusions are drawn. So it is the from particular to the generals or from the individual to the universal, right? Now, history of inductive study. This approach has roots in ancient philosophy but gained the prominence with the rise of empiricism. In economics, it involves the observing real-world economic events and then formulating the hypothesis based on these observations. The Engel's law of family expenditure or the Malthusian's theory of a population have been derived from the inductive reasoning. Now, the inductive method steps. The first, we need to identify the problem, of course. Secondly, we have to collect the data. Third one is a observation, and next one is a generalization. I'm giving you the two good examples to understand what is the inductive method or the deductive method, because for the BBA first year student, it is a little bit complicated study that is based on the somehow the research methodology part of an MBA. So I am trying to give you a very simpler version of to understand the inductive on the deductive method. First, the inductive method, we have said that it is an ascending process first. And second, we are moving here from the, in descending, what we have done, that is from the generalized to the specific one. And here we are moving toward the specific to generalized or the universal solutions. So the best example of inductive reasoning in economics is the formulation of generalization of a diminishing returns. When a Scottish farmer found that in the cultivation of his field an increase in the amount of labor and capital spent on it, it was bringing in a less than the proportionate returns year after year. And the economist observed such instance in the case of a number of other farms, and then he arrived at the generalization that is known as a law of diminishing return. That means the farmer or the Scottish farmer has performed the certain experiment, and where he is observing that he is increasing the amount of labor and capital for bringing the more output or the yield, but year after year it will be decreasing. So we can say that the law of diminishing return, which you have studied in economics, it is derived from this particular consideration of the inductive study. Now, the merits of inductive study is it is a realism-based, means it is a grounded in a real-world facts and observation and making the theories more relevant. Empirical basis, it relies on the evidences and the data contributed to the scientific rigor of the economic analysis. Sorry. Discovery of a new theories, it can lead to the discovery of a new economic relationship and theories that might not be apparent through the pure deduction. And the policy relevance, that is insights gained, can directly inform policy decisions by identifying patterns in actual economic behavior. Now, the demerits of the inductive methods are the problem of induction. A major limitation is that observation, however numerous, cannot logically guarantee the absolute truth of a generalization. A new observation might contradict a previously held theory. Data intensive, it requires extensive collection and analysis of the data, which can be time consuming and expensive. Bias, of course, there is a chances of a bias, means when the certain study based on the observation, so definitely there is a chances of the bias selection, bias, because the selection process or the perception can be based on the researcher's convenience. Now, the limited scope, it might be difficult to generalize findings from the specific cases to the broader economic context. One more thing before concluding this particular lecture, I also wanted to give you the one example that related to the deductive study. The law of demand or the law of a profit maximization, it is also derived or explained the deductive law, where we have identified it. We have started from the generalized and come to the specific solutions. Means if we the consumers are avoiding to purchase the anything which is the prices are going or increasing high, so they are continuously, or the many more consumers are avoiding or ignoring and searching for the other substitute. So the increase in the price and the reduction in the quantity demanded is find it out in a many observation. So the law of demand can be derived from the deductive study. Now, at last, the conclusion: in a practice, economists often integrate both inductive and the deductive methods. Deductive reasoning can provide the theoretical framework, which are then tested and refined using the inductive observation and empirical data. Conversely, inductive observation can inspire the development of a new theoretical models, and that are then analyzed deductively. So you can understand the wider aspect. It is to be narrowed down, and from the specific approach, we are proving it, and making the solutions to apply universally or the generalized. So hopefully I have tried my best to make you understand or in a simple language. Hopefully I'm justified it. So thank you, and we will meet you with some new and interesting topic of economics and for the BB as well as for the MBA. And keep watching my videos and do likes and subscribe and comment on this. And if you have any kind of a suggestion, you can give me on a comment box. So thank you. Have a nice day.